We all have seen the bright side of meditation and the psychological and mental benefits such as stress reduction, mental clarity, deeper spiritual connection. But how many times we talk about the potential dangers that can come with meditation? Because there are dangers of meditation. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing my 6+ years of experience as a meditation practitioner and a teacher. This usually happens when we take on this fabricated idea of what meditation is and what it looks like, and we don't have a strong foundation of our own practice. And the first potential danger is when we think meditation is therapy. I'm not saying it doesn't help, because meditation has helped me heal my mild stages of depression. All I'm saying is that meditation is not a sprint, it's a marathon. When we think that meditation is going to heal us, especially when we have severe anxiety, depression, maybe really high level of ADHD, and we rely only on meditation, it's not going to help you. I'll give you an example that my teacher told me in one of the retreats I did a few years ago. He said, we have this emotional baseline, and this emotional baseline is something that how you feel on a day-to-day basis. So if your baseline is that you feel anxiety or you're depressed, and when you're meditating, you are not going to make any progress, because if here, let's say this emotional baseline is 0, and you are probably at -1, especially when your anxiety gets severe, or sometimes you are depressed, but then you will have this day where it's just so hard to come out of that feeling. So let's say you're at -1. Even though you try to meditate, you can only come to 0. So your baseline is going to be still where you are depressed, you are anxious. And this is the case with someone who has severe ADHD. When someone with ADHD will try to sit and meditate, they're not going to come to that baseline because they're already below that baseline. So what will help? There are two things. Number one, therapy. And again, therapy can be different, because maybe you need the cognitive behavioral therapy, or maybe you need someone who know more about the traumas, or maybe you have PTSD, or maybe the challenge that you're going through, it's going to be more personalized to you. And you definitely need some kind of medication if you have already tried other ways. According to my personal experiences and the people that I've met and people who have talked to me about this, all I can say is that the medication, especially when you use this for a longer period of time, it comes with a lot of side effects. But if you have already tried everything and nothing is working, I would highly recommend not just rely on meditation, try some kind of medication as well. Use therapy, use medication, and then use meditation as well. So when you combine all of these three things, you're definitely going to see better results. But if you only rely on, let's say, medication, it's going to only work, it's going to only numb your feelings, it's only going to really mess up your chemical reactions in your brain. So if you're relying just on meditation to heal from deep depression or severe anxiety or ADHD or anything you're going through, it will help. It will help for sure. But don't just rely only on meditation, because it can give you more problems if you don't really heal the root cause. Now, the second danger is when people think there is a right way to meditate. I do agree that there are some core principles and values that one should follow in their meditation practice. But when we think that there is only one way or the right way to meditate, we just put ourselves in a box, and we are doing the opposite of what meditation is supposed to do, which is to expand your awareness. Now, if you think there is a right way to meditate and the way that you are using is right, or maybe you're still trying to figure out what is the right way to meditate, I'm going to share a few things that might help you on your meditation journey. There are only two types of meditations, even though there are probably hundreds of meditations out there. But if we can put all these meditation styles in categories, there will be only two. Number one is shamatha, which is concentration meditation. And the second one is insight meditation or vipassana meditation. The main focus here is to retrain our minds. Doesn't matter which way or technique or meditation you're using, as long as you're learning how to retrain your mind, as long as you're gaining some insight, you are seeing benefit in your life, that is your way to meditate. And my meditation practice might look different than you, and yours might look different than someone else. By the way, if you do want to learn meditation from a monk's perspective, Here's a full 14-day meditation challenge playlist. Now, the next potential danger, and I would say a lot of people get into meditation, is because of this reason. Even though long-term practitioners have experienced something that for the majority is really hard to digest, but when we get into meditation and we expect something out of it, for example, forcing Kundalini, awakening, maybe having some kind of superpower, mind reading, are very unhealthy and they can cause really serious problems. Especially when you're expecting something out of meditation, you're setting yourself up for frustration. And I have seen this time and time again. People would start meditating. They get really serious about meditation. They are meditating for hours and hours on a day-to-day basis, even though I don't practice for hours. And then within a month or 2 months, they will just stop meditating, and that is probably the end of their meditation journey. And they probably won't even go back because we get so confused between these two things: intention and expectations. It is crucial to set an intention, but setting an intention is different from having expectations. You set an intention before you start your practice that maybe your intention is to help other people on their spiritual path. Maybe your intention is to heal yourself. Maybe your intention is to really find more motivation, more confidence, more clarity. Maybe that is your motivation. But when you every single day, when you sit for your meditation practice and you expect the results to come from it, it's going to lead you towards frustration. And this is something that I would say avoid at all costs. This next danger is very important, especially for people who are thinking to start their meditation practice or you're still new to meditation, which is having an emotional breakdown. A lot of the time when we are sitting with our thoughts and we are spending time in solitude in meditation, we will touch a lot of buried emotions, and these emotions can be really old or it can be new. Maybe the last time you suppressed those emotions, you repressed those emotions, and they're still there. And when you start becoming aware, you start bringing your attention to your body. You start bringing your awareness to your sensations, your emotions. Now you're going to face them. And when people are unaware of these experiences, that is a natural process of healing, people get so scared, people will stop meditating, and people will just really have a very negative mindset towards meditation. And that has happened with someone really close to me. And when they started meditating, literally the first day after the 10 minutes of meditation, they were bawling, they were crying, and they said meditation is not for them. They don't want to meditate because it's always bringing these severe emotions that they are not ready to face. And yes, there is a time when you want to face those really severe emotions, and there are different ways in meditation how you can do that. But if this is something is coming up for you, or it might come up for you, just know that it's a natural process and you are healing. The last one is when we get too spiritual. And this is especially for people who feel disconnected from everything. And that can happen also when we are going through the beginning stages of spiritual awakening, where your previous life is not really relatable anymore. That's a little bit different than when you start experiencing this through meditation, because it's in a way it's a detachment, right? And this is what we learn in meditation, how to detach. But we don't learn how to detach from people and our surroundings and the things that we do, because the reason we are meditating is to connect with that part, connect with that part of being human. What we are detaching ourselves from is from our emotions, our thoughts, our feelings. We are really learning the impermanence of everything. But when we confuse that detachment part with that I am not going to connect with these people anymore because I'm meditating, these people are not good for me, they are not healthy for me, so I'm going to detach from everything, and then you literally probably go on a mountaintop and meditate there. That can be a very unhealthy outcome. And I have personally experienced that in my life, because during these years I have tried to detach myself from all the things, all the people, and to, in a way, like really protected my peace. But slowly, through practice, through experience, through more learning, I have realized that I have to reconnect in a different way, from a different and fresh mindset, not from my ego, but to connect as a human. It's about being mindful, self-aware, and conscious in life, because when we are conscious, when we are self-aware, we can make quantum leaps in our lives. I have a meditation guide where I shared 10 different meditation practices that you can use easily in your day-to-day routine. Link will be in the description. Remember, meditation is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and it takes discipline, it takes courage, it takes dedication, and it really takes that powerful intention to see those massive benefits in your life. In this video, I shared my personal experiences when I witnessed the dark side of meditation.